94.1 WHRP, Tony in the morning, DJ Primetime 256. It is Wellness Wednesday, and we get a chance to catch up with one of our favorite OBGYN, Dr. Whitney West. Good morning, Dr. West.
Good morning.
Morning, Dr. West.
Well, it is halfway through this new month, new year, or the new month in the new year, I should say. And we're going to talk about hygiene today.
Yes, we are. And I can't believe it's already the mid of the month already.
Yeah, just that quick. And
Yeah.
the importance of hygiene, oftentimes I think about that for various reasons. I mean, you're in a public setting, or you have maybe teenagers, or you have people who have grown up to adult life that just don't know the importance of hygiene.
Well, that's correct. So, each decade our body changes, but we have the major milestones like puberty, and then we have young adulthood, and then as far as women go, we get into the perimenopausal, menopausal period, and a lot of changes happen during those times.
And during that time, you're having some chemical imbalances and things like that that could maybe express some sense.
So that's correct. So, every woman has their own, let's say, body scent, right? In different times of the month, that changes. What we want to be mindful of those times when it's offensive.
Mhm.
So we got to pay attention to that. So we got to know what's normal, normal for us, because everybody is completely different.
And sometimes your regular soaps may not do the trick.
Well, yeah, if you notice on the shelves of the grocery store, there's the clinical strength, extra strength, and there's, men have their own, versions of like deodorants and soaps and stuff like that because their chemistry is way different than ours. I have had some teenagers that I know use the male stuff because the women's wasn't strong enough because, again, we're going through transition. Um, what is important is making sure that you avoid the chemicals that are dangerous for us. So aluminum is one of the ingredients in deodorant we have to be mindful of. The soaps that have fragrance, the more chemicals there are in them. So you got to be mindful of that. And those chemicals also change the body chemistry. So we got to be careful with dyes, fragrances, and things that have known uh, toxins in them.
When it comes to soaps versus lotions, because people want to smell good, perfumes and things like that, is the suggestion is to be more mindful of what you just told us on the fragrance when it comes to soaps versus lotions, or is it for both?
It's all of it because women use about I'm gonna say teenagers use about 15 to 20 products in their daily routine,
Mm.
from shampoo, conditioner, then all the facial stuff that we're using, makeup, soap, toothpaste, mouthwash. When you count up all the things that you're using, your exposure to things that have fragrance, toxins, whatever, increases almost exponentially. So you got to be careful with those things, even the ones that you think smell good. How many other things are you putting on your body or in your body that have those same things in them that are considered toxins? So like parabens, things that have sulfates, you'll see those no, paraben free on like certain shampoos, which we want to use. Parabens are softening agents, and sulfates actually dry your scalp and your hair, so you have to use more. You feel like you have to use more of it, so it's a reverse effect. So you end up with the opposite of what you think you're getting with that particular item that you're using. So you have to be careful with those things. And if you look at the ingredients on all the things you're using, how many times are you being exposed to these particular items, or these toxins?
It's
If you
Wellness
count,
Wednesday.
yeah.
Oh, Go ahead,
Go ahead.
continue. My bad, doctor. Go ahead.
I was going to say, if you count all the things that you're using, you probably have, 5 or 10 things that you've been exposed to just that one day.
Hmm. It's Wellness Wednesday. We're talking with Dr. Whitney West about proper hygiene. Dr. West, you said something about the food that you put into your body can cause different smells as well. Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
So if you eat like a lot of garlic, asparagus changes your urine and your sweat. It so there are certain things like if you eat a lot of it, it'll come out, and that's basically it. What you put in your body will eventually come out as well. So there's a saying, what goes in hot comes out hot. So it's like that with certain types of food that are considered sometimes pungent or whatever. So
So that
um,
could apply to people who sweat a lot, maybe.
well,
Um,
so people who sweat a lot will notice it more the more of those things that they eat.
and even the people who are on the sidelines next to the people that are sweating a lot will notice more.
Yes.
So pull back
So
on that
it
garlic. No.
yeah. So well, no. So the funny thing is, though, sometimes they can't smell themselves because they've gone. These commercial says nose blind, right? They're going nose blind.
Nose
Like
blind. Okay.
a house that you walk in that they're desensitized to it. They've been in it
Mhm.
so long, like they don't notice it anymore. But somebody fresh and new comes from the outside and says, "Ooh, what's that?"
Mm.
So that's like coming across somebody who has, a body odor, and they've been in it all morning. They don't know, they don't realize it, and you walk next to them and like, ooh, what's that? Yeah.
I do that a lot at the stores. Or maybe I'm just walking by the garlic. I don't know. Talking to Dr. Whitney West about hygiene, the importance of not using the overly perfumed soaps, probably in your private areas. As my mama used to say, the important parts under your arms and your private part. Make sure you're cleaning that thoroughly. So, what can you suggest for people to where to maybe find some of the stuff that would be better fit for hygiene that doesn't have? Is that more like an all natural stores or things like that?
So no, you can get different products at any store you go to. They'll have the different shelf. They'll have, you just need to know what brand. There is a website called EWG.org, it's environmental working group.org. And on that website, you can input, like you grab your shampoo bottle and you input the brand. And it'll tell you how close it is to being really good, like a organic like situation versus more toxins in it. And it'll give you a scale like of 1 to 10. And then if you want to change that, you want to find something else, there's a whole list of other options that you can, you can click the link and it'll send you to the store, whatever store it is that you can purchase it from, or give you the list of stores where it's offered. But any shelf that you walk past, like you can go into any store we have here in town and walk down the aisle, and you'll find the ones that are really bad for you and then the ones that are better for you. They're all on the shelf.
We're going to have better hygiene in 2025. Thank you for that website. Great information. Talking to Dr. Whitney West. What's the best way to get in contact with you, doctor?
Website is www.westmdpc.com.
And your parting words?
Empower Wellness. It's a journey, not a destination.